Hi, my name is Roy Manning, and I had the pleasure of leading a skill-based group in my local community. The meeting took place at Grace Baptist Church in Martinsville, Virginia, and lasted for approximately an hour following the conclusion of church services. The primary method used to organize this group was Facebook. Through the Facebook posts, I was able to gauge approximately how many members I might have in attendance, as well as spread awareness about the group and the issues that I'd hoped to tackle. This was my first time leading a group, and I had no prior experience with group leadership before this course or this assignment. The primary focus of this group was to help identify key stressors and factors associated with COVID-19 that had affected the lives of individuals in the church community, and to establish and help them build healthy coping skills and habits that would help them deal with the various issues that they had faced and continued to face as a result of the ongoing pandemic. The meeting started off very well. All of the members had kind of already been familiar with each other as a result of them being in the same church congregation. So the initial step was to get everybody kind of tuned in. Following getting everybody tuned in, I took the time to explain the group, establish norms, and kind of clarify roles and purposes for the members and leaders as well. And following this, we decided to use an icebreaker, which was the Two Truths and a Lie, which was a lot of fun because some of the members in participation knew each other extremely well. And despite this, the Two Truths and a Lie still kind of got a lot of people, and I think everybody had a lot of fun with it. Following this, we decided to start talking about the things that had affected every person throughout the course of the pandemic. And in doing so, in a round exercise, I asked each member to list 3 things that they felt had affected them the most since COVID-19 began. And the answers varied from things like not being able to go out, not being able to see friends and family, not being able to go on vacation, not being able to eat out at restaurants or attend church services for a brief period of time. Following this, we talked briefly about negative coping skills and habits, and then moved into a discussion about what were a activity or hobby that everyone had picked up as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. And following this exercise, we started to talk about healthy coping habits and skills and how those can be utilized to help deal with the effects and stressors of the pandemic itself. These included things such as getting in touch with your spirituality, reading literature, taking walks, engaging in arts, hobbies, and crafts. The group was given time to process following each of these exercises, and discussion was encouraged. During some points of the meeting, some members began to overshare or kind of go off topic, so cutting off was a skill that had to be effectively utilized, as well as shifting focus. The meeting overall was really good, though. The members seemed to be very supportive of one another and actively engaged in contributing to the group, so there wasn't a lot of work that really needed to be done. And following the exercises provided in the group, we took a moment to kind of come back together, discuss some of the things that we had went over previously in the group, and then following this, each member kind of identified one healthy coping habit that had been discussed that they really thought was helpful or impactful to them. On my reflection on how I did as a group leader, I always view everything is a learning opportunity and experience, and you can always do better than you did before, regardless of how good or bad you are at something. I think that learning to be a bit more assertive and kind of maintaining control a little bit better is definitely something I could have done. There were definitely a couple of times that people kind of started over-talking or oversharing, and I was kind of hesitant to cut them off for fear of hurting someone's feelings or halting their participation in the group. The main challenges that I encountered were definitely that, and I kind of already figured that would be something that I would face as a possible problem as a result of some of the previous exercises and discussion boards that we had done for the class. But in doing this, I think I was able to learn a lot about myself and a lot about group participation and leadership in general, and that seeing the most positive thing was definitely seeing the support and love outpour from the community. Each member truly seemed to have the best interest of others at heart, and everyone truly seemed to want to share and grow and learn together. It didn't seem like anyone really had any major conflicts with one another, which is something that I will probably experience in other groups, but as a result of the proximity to the church community and this group, I think that helped to kind of eliminate some of the potential conflicts that could have arisen with everybody kind of already knowing each other, having similar religious views, worldviews, coming from the same community, and all of those good things. And I think moving forward, the best thing to do is to look at group exercises, try to plan a bit better in the future, try to learn more about effective leadership skills, which we have done throughout the course of this assignment and throughout the course of the semester, but are things that I can still continue to work on and read, books, literature, and articles about leadership techniques and skills and things that are helpful to utilize throughout group development, especially in leading longer groups, because this group was a one-off and there aren't going to be any concurrent groups, but in the future, the groups that I might have the opportunity to lead could possibly extend well into the future and need more focus, more attention to detail, and more planning. And I think that the best thing about these groups is the ability for individuals to kind of come together, even if they know each other, don't know each other, like whatever. It allows them the opportunity to provide and serve in the community around them and help themselves and better themselves, but not only help themselves and better themselves, but do the same for others. They're also able to take away the skills and thoughts and exercises and, talk to one another in the community and help provide this useful information to others around them. And I think that that's truly just a beautiful thing. And I really hope to be involved with groups in the future and continue to develop my leadership skills as well as my ability to plan and successfully implement techniques into groups and help others reach the outcomes that they hope to achieve, because I really feel like we were able to hit the nail on the head with this group, and I'm really looking forward to being able to do that in the future.